Bosco, leave it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, take it. Good job. Bosco, watch me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, good boy. Well done. Yes, stay. Yes, what? Stay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, good boy. Well done. Good job. Go kennel. Yes, good boy. Bosco, stay. All done. Good boy. Bosco, stay. Hey, all done. Good job. Hey, Bosco, let it out. Good job. Okay, let's go inside. Bosco, stay. Yes, good boy. All done. Come on. Good job. Okay, ready? Come on, go, go. Good job, buddy. Good boy. Good job, bud. Good boy. Yes, Bosco. Good boy. Good job, Bosco. This way. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good job, Buzzy. Good boy. Yeah, good job. That's coming along. See? Good boy, buddy. Good job. Good boy, Buzz. Good job, Bosco. Yes, good boy. Good choice there. Good job, Bosco. Good. Yes, good job. Good boy. Good boy. What are you doing? Let's say hi, Bozzy. Hey. Good job, bud. Good boy. We're going to show you how Bosco does on his off-leash hikes. Ready, Bosco? Let's go. Good boy. So I usually start out using a long line in a new area so that if I do a recall or the dog tries to take off, I can back up my recall. The last thing you want to have happen is for the dog to take off and you have no way to get a hold of them and actually start to chase them, which turns it into a really fun game, and then they start to run so that you will chase them. So we've had lots of practice in this environment, so I'm not going to use the long line. I'm going to start out giving a pretty high rate of reinforcement, which means giving treats pretty often every time he checks in. But as I get success, I can fade to affection praise. And I just want to point out that even if I fade to affection praise, I don't want to start to ignore him when he checks in. Yay, good boy. I want to at least acknowledge it and let him know that I like that, because if I start to ignore it, he's going to stop offering it, and then I'm going to lose the engagement with him. I want him to feel like coming out here, it's really fun to work with me, so that I can keep that connection and keep him checking in and make sure that he wants to stay close and he enjoys coming on the hike with me. So as I get out of sight, I'm just going to wait and see if he comes. He did it on his own. Yes, good boy. Good job. All done. Go play. So out here right now, we're just using kibble. That seems to be enough for the most part. I do have some higher value treats with me for some really good leave-its or really good recalls. But for easy stuff, we faded to kibble. Now when you go somewhere new, kibble might not be enough. So you might be using liver treats or chunks of chicken or hot dog to get him checking in and making the choice to work with you rather than going off and seeing what's in the environment. However, I just want you to be thinking about making sure that the reward is appropriate for how difficult the distractions are. So out here, it's pretty easy. You've been out here tons and tons. So kibble's enough. Go somewhere new where there's new sights, new smells. You're going to be competing with those things. So you're going to want to make sure that you've got high value stuff so you can trump whatever's in the environment. One of the games I like to play with these guys out here is hide and go seek. And the idea is we want it to be a really fun game to try to find us. We want it to be a really fun game to respond to a recall so that when I call him, he comes racing as part of the game, and that's more exciting and fun to play than doing whatever he's doing off sniffing. So while he is sniffing there, I'm going to see if I can get out of sight. Okay, and I'm going to do a recall and see if he can find me. Bosco, come! Yay, good boy! Awesome! And I gave him a really yummy blueberry treat so that he knows he gets something special for coming and finding me. And you can see how excited he was and his tail was wagging when he came to find me, because recall is a really fun game for him. Good boy! Good job! Way to go, Bozzy! Bosco, come! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Here he comes. Good job! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Good boy! Yes, Bosco, good boy! Well done, go play! And I want to make sure that after I do that, I use the cue go play so that he knows that recall does not end the fun. On that note, don't use your recall to put him in the bath. Don't use your recall to do his nails. Make sure that the recall ends in something fun, because as soon as they catch on to us doing things they don't like when we use the recall, it ruins our recall. That includes doing a recall to do something like leaving somewhere fun. So if you are leaving somewhere fun, what I recommend you do is do your recall, pop the leash on, they go play, and then a little bit later, just pick up the leash and leave so that you're not using that recall to end the fun. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate the this way cue. I'm starting to head out and I want him to follow. Doesn't necessarily have to check in. If he does, I can reward it if I want to, but I don't have to. Bosco, this way! Good job, buddy! Good boy. And I got a beautiful check-in. I'm going to reward that because I do like that. Good boy, Bosco. Good boy. Go play.